Welcome to the first meeting of Silver Stackers Anonymous. Unfortunately, you're not going to get any help for your addiction here because I am badly addicted to silver. Let's see if I can get this going so I can see comments and stuff. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. Wonder how everybody's going. Turn that down. Alrighty. Got the chat up. Now it's just a matter of waiting until people come in. While I'm waiting, I might as well show you the necklace that Keevan made. I had to jump on that and grab that. Florin, and she's a 1944, which is a war sovereign, war florin. Any Australian silver coins made before 1945 are 90%. Any made after that are 50% after the war. They debase the silver a little bit. So how's everybody going? It's been a fun old time in Australia. We got one person in the chat. Maybe that's just me. What that was. Yeah, I was thinking about all this. Hey, Budget Bullion, how you going? Morning, mate. So it's morning over in America, is it? It's pretty late over here, but I thought I'd jump on and have a little stream, see how everyone's going. See all that craziness with the silver squeeze and all that sort of stuff. You know, it doesn't really matter what happens in the silver squeeze because a lot of us stackers have already got silver. So if it does go out of control, we're going to be laughing. Having your morning coffee? Awesome. Yeah, so I was just thinking it doesn't really matter, you know, if this silver trade does bomb out, it doesn't really matter for us because, you know, we're already in the market. We've already got a fair bit of silver stacked away. So it's not going to hurt a lot of us pretty bad. But it's going to happen eventually. You know, silver price will go way up eventually. I don't know when, but sooner or later it will. But I don't think it'll get big raises straight away. Yeah, see, personally for me, it'd have to go really crazy for me to sell my silver. Like I think for me, my sellout price would probably be around 500. I'm stacking for my kids, so for me to sell it would have to make a big change to me in my lifestyle. Otherwise, I'd just keep my silver for the kids. But yeah, if it does go crazy, then yeah, great. I'm happy for it. But you got to remember that these big companies and that they're pretty ruthless and they'll do whatever it takes to not lose money. So, you know, I think GameStop was pretty lucky hit for them. I don't think they'd be able to. It will happen, but it'll happen in a different way. It'll more happen with people being aware of silver a bit more and wanting to buy a bit more silver. Like people are actually going to want to put a few ounces away, especially when you're still getting 40 now, so I'll be good for a while before I sell. Yeah, well, I'm 41. So for me, you know, I wouldn't sell my silver unless it went crazy, you know, and then I would sell it and then I'd start restacking again slowly on the side. But it'd have to make a significant difference to my life to want to sell it. But yeah, it's funny, you know, a lot more people are going to want to buy a few ounces, which is a good thing because I remember back in the 90s, gold was only $200 an ounce, you know, and I wish I'd had I knew it was good, you know, to buy gold back then, but it wasn't easy to buy back then, you know. You used to have to go down to a bullion dealer and it was quite difficult to get. But, you know, if you stacked a fair few ounces away back then, you'd be laughing now. And I think the same is going to happen with silver, you know, like sooner or later the silver price is going to go nuts. It will go nuts, but I think it could take another few years for it all to happen. But you got to remember they use a lot of silver in technology these days, so that's a big loss to the silver market straight away. And that's, I think, a big reason why they manipulate the silver market so hard, is because if silver wasn't cheap, then renewable energy wouldn't be as affordable as coal and other options. So there's a lot of manipulation going on for that sort of thing as well, I think. But it'll all come out in the end eventually. Half an ounce of gold now, not much, but I'm working on it. Yeah, well, that's it. Me too, budget. Like, I was going to go down and buy a heap of gold, but there was a whole heap of things going on in Australia at the time, and it wasn't a very friendly place to go down to the bullion shops at the time. And yeah, but I wish I did. But I've got a fair bit of gold just from buying rings and broken bracelets and stuff like that, and necklaces from garage sales, So the garage sales are a magic place for finding gold. Doesn't happen all the time, but when you do, it's pretty nice. And you can get a fair whack of gold too at garage sales. But silver's the big thing at garage sales. Like, you absolutely find tons and tons of silver. One thing I've been thinking of doing is selling some of my like Tiffany & Co stuff that gets a really high premium. Like, it's really high premium compared to the silver. So I was thinking of selling some of my Tiffany & Co silver. It's still gold, mate. That's right. And when you get a broken bracelet or whatever, they sell it for $2 because it's broken. And it's just crazy, But if they're willing to sell it to me for that, I'm willing to take it. Got Keevan's sticker there. I've got my sticker board up in the background here. Going to try and get back into things a fair bit soon. I've got to been battling the blue dog. For those who aren't Australian, in Australia, blue dog is what men say when they're being depressed, because we're tough in Australia. We don't talk about that sort of thing. So yeah, it's been a tough run for me lately, but I'm going to make a big comeback soon. I'm going to have a big auction and sell off a whole lot of my collectibles. Get good premiums with Tiffany stuff, take it for sure. Either buy more silver or maybe gold. Yeah, I'm thinking I like silver because it's so cheap, and they're printing more money every single day. They're printing more money, more money, more money. So sooner or later, money's going to be, yeah, that's my opinion anyway. But I think there's a lot of upside to silver, a lot of upside for it. Thanks, budget. Yeah, I had to go to my grandmother's funeral on Tuesday. That was pretty hard. She was a good old woman. But yeah, I'm planning to get a whole heap of me collectibles together and do a big auction. Start selling a whole heap of stuff off so I can get my house fixed up and get back up with my kids. The kids are coming down, or at least one of them's coming down, maybe two on the weekend. Hey, Dan Keller, how you going, mate? Yeah, it was pretty hard budget, but bloody good old stick. I learned a lot about me my family history. Like, I didn't know a lot about my grandfather because he passed away when my mum was only 14. So I found out he used to work in the forestry industry, and then he worked on the railway, and I learned a lot about the family. So, and I got to see a lot of my relatives that I haven't seen for a long time. Like, my auntie lives up in Cairns, so that's at the top end of Australia, and I'm down near Sydney, so it's a long way to see my auntie, and she's a lovely lady. And yeah, my uncle, he was doing it pretty tough. He was pretty sad. But yeah, I think the silver market's got a lot of upside in it, but I think it's going to be a patient run. Like, we're going to have to be very patient if we think we're going to get big rewards from it. It is budget. It is, yeah. But yeah, bloody good woman, that one. You know, you hear stories about your relatives when they say to you, oh, I used to live on a dairy farm and I used to have to milk 60 cows in the morning and then walk 20 miles to school. Well, that's what she used to do, the poor old bugger, like she didn't have an easy life. She was a good old woman. I got a jewellery box from her, so that's going to be my new treasure box. So I'll introduce that to the channel when I get it back down here. So yeah, in 20 years' time, it's going to go through the roof. They're printing money. Like, what did they say the other day? 40% of dollars have been printed in the last 12 months. That's crazy. And here in Australia, we're printing more money and we just give it away, bang, bang, bang. Just print another billion, another billion, another billion. It's insane. We're up to nearly $1 trillion in debt now. And it's just crazy. If it wasn't for the mining industry, Australia would be in big trouble now. But our iron ore has been big saviour for Australia because the prices have gone up through the roof. So no matter what China's tried to do with their trade war with Australia, like they've banned lobsters and lamb and barley and you name it, they've banned it, but they won't touch, they've banned coal, but they won't touch the iron ore. Can't keep spending dollars you don't have. Well, that's it. It's just crazy, like it reminds me of my history at school. Like my history teacher, he taught us about Germany after World War One. They printed all the money to repay reparations to other countries that they owed for war debt. And so they printed money, and you used to have to go down with a wheelbarrow full of money to buy a loaf of bread. And if they're not careful, that's where we're going to end up. It's just going to go crazy, like the Zimbabwe dollar, the $1 billion note that's worthless and all this sort of stuff. So keep your silver. Even if it does go crazy and you're going to make like $1,000 an ounce for it, don't sell all your silver. Keep a little bit aside just in case, you never know. Not handouts, yeah. Working's the best thing for you. I miss working so bad. I'm trying to come up with a new thing for me in life instead of working hard. I'm trying to come up with a business or something. But yeah, you got to go to work. You got to keep your mind busy. Staying at home's no good. I've learnt that. But, this new Great Reset's a bit of a worry. They're talking about that a lot. I don't like the idea of that. You work all your life and then all of a sudden you've got nothing. It's not real fair. But it's sort of the same thing they did back with the gold confiscation back in the 60s. They took everyone's gold off them. I think they gave them $20 an ounce for the gold and then turned around straight after and raised the price to $40 an ounce. So they stole everyone's wealth, and that's what they do all the time. So no matter what happens, they're going to try and steal your wealth. Remember that. Awesome budget. I'll catch you on the next one, brother. Like I said, I'm hoping to get back into the big swing of things soon. But yeah, it's been fun. Yeah. So like I said to everyone, don't panic about this silver stuff. Like if it happens, great, but I'll believe it when I see it. Hey, Tony Murphy, how you going, mate? Yeah, I'll believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. But they cheat so much in all these things. Like say silver was going to go up to $1,000 an ounce, and they were all going to lose their. But they'd just shut it all down and just tell everyone, oh, there was an error or a malfunction or we were hacked or something. They won't give up. They won't play fair anyway. Put it that way. That's my opinion anyway. So don't expect it to happen overnight. But eventually they'll get caught. The old saying, you always get caught with your pants down. Well, one day they will get caught. But I wouldn't expect it too soon. But Yeah, so I wonder what's been happening over in America. Things have been pretty crazy here in Australia. Like we've got the under control here in Australia pretty much. We only get the odd person coming in from overseas, bringing it in, and it gets away. But other than that, it's pretty good here. Hey, Majestic Sounds of Coins, how you going? Yeah, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, trying to pick myself up off the deck. Ducky's pretty keen to get back in and steal some treasure. He's keen to get back into it. He's sick of it. So we'll get back going soon. Looking forward to this weekend because I'm going to have at least the oldest one come down. She's going to come down and we're going to go to garage sales, and she's right into horses. And how the kids, they're good. And one of the oldest, she's right into horses, and one of the garage sales is full of horse gear. And so the little one, she likes to collect spurs, the old antique spurs and all that sort of stuff, and really nice horse bits and saddles and stuff like that, because she really wants a horse one day. So one day when I get a bit of land, I'm going to get her a horsey. Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited. It's I haven't seen them for a few weeks, so I'm missing them a lot. But yeah, so I'm going to get together a whole heap of my stuff, and like my big collection, and I'm only going to keep a few things and sell pretty much everything at auction. I think auction's probably the best way. What do you guys reckon? Should I sell it at auction, or should I take my time selling it on eBay and Facebook? What do you guys reckon? I reckon just rip the band-aid off and sell it at auction, like get rid of it and just be done with it, or should I take me time selling it? What do you guys reckon? And girls? Yeah, but I'm definitely going to get in and sell some Tiffany. I've got to go through, when my oldest comes down on the weekend, we're going to go through the silver stack and pull out all the Tiffany and Co and stuff like that. There's a fair bit of it there. So I'm probably only going to keep, out of the Tiffany and Co, I'll probably keep the pocket knife. Other than that, I'll sell the rest of the Tiffany and Co, and probably look to buy a few more kilo bars if I get some decent return on the Tiffany and Co. So, one more kilo wouldn't hurt. Take your time and sell it. If not, you would have promoted heavy to get the value. Yeah, that's true. There's some really nice pieces up there, like really old stuff. And Australia doesn't have a lot of old stuff like, in America and places like that. Your population was so much more, you've had a lot more things. So our old antiques bring a fair premium if you sell them the right way. So I'm thinking about getting that done, and then I can either fix up my house, subdivide it off and sell it, or move up into the house. So I don't know what I want to do yet. Hey, Off-Grid Power. See, the other option is if I sell the house, I might have a little bit of money left over to build a granny flat at the back of the captain's house. So I might be able to do that. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. But I want to get something done soon. I want to get up there, spend some time with the kids, because they're growing and growing and growing, and I'm missing out on it. How you going, George Kimball, aka Fluffy? Yeah, it's hard to say what's going to happen with all this sort of stuff. But I was thinking, as Silver Stackers Anonymous, we need to do a 10-step program. The Alcoholic Anonymous one has. But I was thinking, instead of it being like apologise and make amends for your deeds, we need to have a 10-step program where it's I promise to hoard as much silver as I can, things like that. And I will never sell my silver, and I'll go out of my way to acquire more silver. No worries, Majestic. Yeah, kicking the blue dog, trying to. Been a bugger, but I'm going to get there. Like pushing number 7 more and all. Have a great day. Keep pushing. Yeah. 5:20 a.m. here. All right. Catch you later off grid. Yeah, I've been really thinking about doing my off grid house one day when I get a bit of a property. I want to do a wood gasifier to generate my electricity. So that's going to be my big project when I go off grid. I'm going to do a big wood gasifier so I can generate power, because you can't rely on solar and wind because it's too intermittent. So you need a pretty reliable base load of power. So we need the 10-step program. So I'm thinking like number 1 will be, I never sell my silver. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? What should be number 1 for the 10-step program? Give me some ideas. So I got off to work. No worries, Dan. I need to get on at a better time. I've had a few beers tonight, so I'm quite cheery. But definitely going to get the Pirate Wheel of Doom going again soon. I miss doing that, and Ducky misses it. So probably on the weekend when the kid comes down. Hopefully 2 of them are going to come down. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully the little one will come down as well. So I'll have 2 of them down. So we might do a Pirate Booty Wheel of Doom on the weekend. It's funny though, in Australia, the silver didn't really sell out. Like the last time when it topped up to 30 and there was a big craze on silver a few months back, like 6 months ago, it sold out in seconds in Australia, but this time it hasn't happened like that. So I'm wondering, are we a bit slow off the mark this time, or have we been burnt once and too shy? See you, George. Have fun at work, mate. I'm envious of you going back to work. Some of the guys I used to work with, they hit my old boss up to get me back in to do all the levels for them because they were having a lot of trouble getting all the levels right. The plumber that's doing it's not doing it right. But he doesn't want me back, and I really don't want to go back to work for him either. So I'm not too sad about that. I'm not all broken up about it. Got myself a little pocket knife at the garage sale the other day. An old pocket knife. You don't see that many of them at garage sales and that, so I was quite happy to pick that one up. I only paid, I think, $2 for that one. Nice old one. So has anyone been doing any good in the hunting the silver? Because I've noticed that the premiums are just crazy at the moment over in America and that. So I'm wondering, is anyone buying from overseas where the premiums aren't as high, or are they sticking to the markets they know? Because I was shocked, like, how does the price of silver stay the same, but the premiums just go right up? That's cheating, like. It's annoying to see that. It'd make you feel good. Even if you don't sell your silver, it'd still be nice if it broke out above the 30 and went up to 50 or something. It'd still make you feel good that we've all been right about silver all along. But I suppose it will happen eventually. It's only a matter of time. One day it'll happen. Sooner or later, hopefully. So, yeah, I wanted to give Keevan hang on a sec, everyone. I'll just have a quick sip of beer off channel. Yeah, I wanted to give Keevan a big plug for the bracelet, the necklace he did for me. I've loved it. I always remember watching in movies and stuff, you'd have in America, you'd have the like a Morgan dollar or something like that in a necklace, and it was always really cool, but you never saw that in Australia. That just never got done. So I was pretty rapt when I saw he had one of them done like that. And I was like, yep, I'll have that. So he does heaps of stuff, Kevin. There's his card. Yeah. So I suppose I got everyone at the wrong time at the moment. Everyone's still awake, still asleep, or just getting up. In Australia, most people would be asleep because it's like 11:26 here, so it's getting close to midnight. But yeah, I'd really love to get up to Crookle because then I'm really close to the gold prospecting and the sapphires. So Keevan got a couple of me sapphires cut for me the other day, and they were brilliant. So I'm pretty wrapped with that. And I've got to give a big shout out to my doctor. He's made a big difference in my life. Oh, Dr. Kwong, he's been magic. He's the only doctor that's ever, you go to a doctor, and I used to tell him, something's wrong with me, and they wouldn't listen until you'd end up in hospital, on a drip, and then they'd say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't listen." But whereas this bloke, you say something to him, and bang, he gets it fixed up for you. It's been magic. I thought I was in for it there for a while, but he's brought me back from the brink. So I'm gonna give him a nice present next time I go and see him. I've got a nice dog's tooth sapphire there for him. Yeah. Doesn't look like much people will come to chat tonight. I must have picked a bad time. Oh, I'll just sit here and babble on a little bit, I guess. Yeah. I really like that piece that I got lately. That was like 80 grams of silver I got that day for $2. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Shame there's not a lot of people here tonight. I was going to do a giveaway, but I think I've only got one person in the chat, so it might not be too hard for you to win. Who have we got in the chat at the moment? You might be lucky. You might get a giveaway straight away. Hang on a sec. Whoop. Oh. Aussie! I was only thinking about you today, Aussie. I was watching Parker on his Gold Rush trail, and they went over to WA, and they pegged out a lease. They went out that night and pegged out a lease, a gold lease. And I was just finished work. I've been battling the blue dog, but I'm making a comeback now. It's just saying how my doctors helped me a lot, so things are looking good. But I was watching the Parker, and they went out and pegged out a gold lease, and I was thinking, geez, that'd be a lot of fun, like going out pegging out your own gold lease. And I've got family over in Kalgoorlie, so we could go over there and stay and get some inside information, because my brother-in-law works in all the mines, and a lot of his friends go out on the side with their own little wash plant, a little bobcat and stuff like that, and they make really good money on the gold on the side. So I was thinking, why not go over and see him and see if we can go out and peg a lease and see what we can come up with. It's got to be better than doing nothing all the time. I suppose you're bloody working now, so that's going to make it hard. Let's don't tempt me. Had a crappy week. Yeah, brother, I understand. Yeah, I don't know how. I'd have to bloody fly over there. I think you can get your car put on the train down in Melbourne and go across in the train rather than driving all the way over there. It's a bloody long way. But yeah, I'm seriously thinking about going over there. Well, he was saying that a lot of the people he works with, like I said, they have their own little lease out in the desert. with a cheap little wash plant and a little old bobcat, and they're bringing in 50 ounces a year on the side. You know, so that's 100 grand on the side just going out on the weekends and their days off working. You know, so and they're bringing in 150,000 a year working in the mines, so they're cleaning up over there. It's bloody tempting. I just wish I was fit and healthy. I'd be off in a flash. I actually enjoyed watching Parker's show tonight. It was actually good for a change. Yeah. I hope everyone's doing a lot better. So how you going, Aussie? You rocking along all right? Victoria, how you going? It's good to see some of the old crowd. Driving to Tech, stop in at Cooper Pedy on the way, get some opal as well. That'd be the way to go. One of my friends, he used to, he drove over to South Australia and he took his fishing rods in his little ute and he just went all the way along the Murray and went fishing all the way along over. So he broke up the driving so it wasn't so much in one go. But he was saying how the long stretches out there, you just can't see the end of the road. It just keeps going miles and miles. That's why they call it the Nullarbor. Yeah, mate, on the go. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm hoping to get up to Crookle soon so I can get up to, I'll be up closer to the family and then up closer to the goldfields up there. We had one place near here where you used to be able to go, but they closed it down for environmental protection reasons, you know, so you weren't allowed to go there and dig a little bit up into a pan. Mr. Doughboy, how you going, champion? I loved your picture you put on Facebook the other day with the shark. This is what it's like driving a Chevy truck or something. That was a cool one, mate. Yeah, I'd love to get out and find some treasures. Been sitting around at home too long. Doesn't do you any good staying at home. You gotta get out and have a bit of fun. Yeah, no, that was a beaut picture, that one. I love that one. So ever since Keevan sent me back me sapphires, me cut sapphires, I've been wanting to go out and get some more. I've been through and I've picked out a few to send over to him and that, but you know, it's hard to get really good ones, you know, the ones that'll cut up really nice and be really good gemmy ones, then they don't come along all that often. But I've got a few there. Hang on a sec, I'll see if I can go and find them. And he's back. No, not really where I'm at now. No, there's no detecting around this area. There's really fine alluvial gold, but you're really not allowed in those areas to get it. So you've really got to travel up to Chewina to go prospecting for gold. Hang on a sec, I might take it out of this bag and see if I can show you this one. This is a really nice dog's tooth crystal that I got. Quite a rare one. If I can get it to shine up nicely. Yeah, she shines right through nice and green. So it's quite a rare dog's tooth. I think you get a bit of a sight of it there. It's got the lines in it like tiger's teeth. Yeah, so I'm going to give that one to my doctor for looking after me and helping me out. And then these are the two that Keevan got cut for me. There's the blue one there and the green one. Hang on a sec. See if this works a bit better. Yeah, there's the two cut sapphires that I got done, so they're quite nice. And then I've got another bag here of sapphires to send off to get cut. and some of them are really beautiful and some of them are not so good. Like that's my big one. She's not as good, but some of these blue ones, they just look like blue glass. They're absolutely stunning. So I've got to send them off to get them cut. On your finger. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty bad, eh? Yeah, no, I've been on antibiotics too. I don't know if I should say too much about my health. It hasn't been very good anyway. It's been pretty rough. Put it this way, I haven't been able to sit down for a while. Yeah, no, they are pretty cool, Aussie. Like, there's some of the blue ones in here, like absolutely stunning. You know, like let's see if I can find one of them. Get him to shine up nicely for you. This one here. Let's see, like that. Look at that. It's absolutely gem blue. Like there's no inclusions in it. There's no cracks, lines, nothing. She's beautiful. Just wish it was 10 times as big. Coin Junkie, how you going, mate? Yeah, so I've been trying to sort some things out a bit, get everything moving again. Everything stop sliding down. Yeah, so Daryl USA, how you going, mate? I found all my return address stickers too. Like, I'm still living out of boxes, you know, like I still don't have everything sorted out yet. So things have been a bit up in the air. Like it's hard to, I'm not set up like I used to be, but I found my return address stickers and all that stuff now. So that'll make it a lot easier for sending off my packages. I don't have to write things out as much because I really don't like writing. Writing is not my best asset in life, I'll say that much. It's good to see everybody again. Anyway, been meaning to get up and jump on and have a bit of a go, but I just haven't been able to pull myself together. But I'm trying my best. I'm trying hard. And that's the most important thing in life. Yeah, so how's everyone going with their silver stacking strategies? Is everyone going to hold their silver? Like, what sort of prices would you think of selling your silver at? For me, it would have to be... Thank you, Victoria. It's good to see everyone. And I got a paper hug in the mail from Babble to Janine. And I needed that hug. That was perfect timing. You're holding? Yeah, I'm holding unless it goes absolutely crazy. I'm holding that, you know, like a lot of people are going to play. It is very nice. It was perfect timing. A lot of people are going to like try and sell their silver at a high point or trade it for gold, you know, the silver gold ratio. A lot of people are going to be playing that, but for me, I'd rather have the silver. That's just how it is. I don't know. I think it's about $27. I think it came down a bit, the spot price, but then when you go to try and buy it, it's way higher. It's up around $40 an ounce. So I'm not really sure what's going on in the silver market at the moment. I'm not sure whether just did a trade 62 ounces for 3 times 50 carat 200. Oh, nice. So you did trade up. Well, it was a good time to trade because the silver price was quite high, and if Wall Street and that get their way and crash the silver, you can always buy silver cheaper again. So there's not really that much downside to it. Some at 35 plus half, 50, hold on to some. Yeah, it's probably not a bad strategy to do that, I think. She does, Aussie, she does. Keep unless it gets ridiculous. Yeah, see, what was I watching? I think I was watching International Stacker the other night. There you go. There's international stackers crab. He's crab there. I think it was international stacker. I was pretty sure it was. And he was talking about how he used to trade the gold and silver at highs and lows and all this sort of thing. It's quite interesting. Bit too much. 26.43. See, the Australian dollar is a lot weaker than the US dollar. I think we're about 78 cents to the dollar. So for every Australian dollar we have, we get 78 US cents. So for us to buy silver, it's a lot higher. It's up around, I think it's around 36, the spot price in Australian dollars. It's a lot higher. But hopefully 4 ounces of gold now and still have 260 of silver to play. Well, that's good, Aussie. That's awesome, mate. I wish I had the patience to do all that sort of stuff, but I'm just a bloody hoarder. I don't want to sell me silver. I just want to hold on to it. You know what a pirate's like with his treasure chest. He don't want to let it go. But I've been tempted to do some of that. Yeah, you're doing pretty well with your ounces there too, Aussie. That's pretty awesome. So you just traded 62 ounces as well. So you must have stacked away a few Aussies. I'm not sure how much I've got. Like, I've got a kilo bar, I've got a 10-ounce bar, I've got a few 5-ounce bars, a couple of 2-ounce ones, and then I've got a whole heap of 1-ounce rounds, 1-ounce bars. But a lot of my silver's in jewelry, you know, like this sort of thing, you know, like there's 2 ounces nearly in that one piece there. So it's hard to say how much I've got. Silver and got, yeah, hold it all. Yeah, it's hard to let go. Like for me personally, I just love being able to give it to my kids. I've got them filing cabinets now, lockable filing cabinets, so they can lock all their silver and stuff away. So they're pretty wrapped. Been getting stuff for them at garage sales and that sort of stuff. Nowhere close to Aussie. Yeah, I honestly don't know how much I've got. I'd have to go through it. But the problem with a lot of my stuff is you got, you know, like stones and stuff in it. So it's hard to get an accurate measurement of your silver weight. Hey, Arizona coins when you're dealing with jewelry. But that's why I've been thinking about getting out the Tiffany & Co. and selling that at a high premium and then buying some bars of silver. Good morning, Arizona coins. Good morning, good morning. It's good to see you, mate. Yeah, I think that'd probably be my go, to sell some of this jewelry, turn it into cash, and then buy a few, like try and get another kilo bar. It's probably a lot easier to trade then. Jewelry's a bit difficult to trade. Hey, Midnight Silver Run. Yeah, it's hard to say. But I do love having all the jewelry in that. Even though I'm a bloke, I still love having all the precious metals. It's quite fun. It's enjoyable. It's nice. It's nice to know that you've got something to fall back on. You know, like if SHTF happens, shit hits the fan, then at least you've got something melted into your kilo. I could do that, but a fair bit of the jewelry, Mr. Doughboy, I'll get double the. Oh, sorry, guys. I'll get double the. Say it's an ounce of silver in a bracelet. I might get double the money for that ounce of silver. Like I'll probably get $50, $60 for that bracelet. Whereas if I melted it, it'd only be $30 worth of silver. So I'm better off selling a fair bit of it. Yeah, that's probably the best way to go, Aussie. fair bit of stuff goes on Gumtree in Australia because we don't have like in America. You guys have got what's it called, Craigslist or Craigslist. We don't have that here. We've got what's called Gumtree, which is pretty similar. Yeah, I've got to get into melting stuff down there because I do have a lot of scrap, a lot of like at garage sales you get a lot of broken jewelry and a lot of like old broken sterling mirrors and stuff like that. You get a lot of silver that you can melt down. So I'm just wondering what's better is an electric one better or is a gas one better for a furnace to melt your silver down? Because in Australia, the power price is just crazy. Like it's so I'm thinking in Australia, I might want to go gas bottles. Dealer just cuts stones out and gives them back to me. He only wants steel. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm thinking if I can sell it for a premium, then I can reinvest it back into bars and stuff like that. But no, me, I'll probably just hoard it. I love me silver. It's nice to have. I've always liked it. I think my dad showed me a couple of silver coins when I was a little kid, and that got me hooked on silver. I've always loved it since then, especially when you're watching the cowboy movies and they're putting the silver coins out, gambling and all that. I always loved it. The sound of it. It's awesome. It's bloody been good to get back on and nothing wrong with hoarding. No, that's right. As long as you're hoarding good stuff and not crap, that's the main thing. But it's I've been to some funny hoarders' houses, like you go in there and you can't move. There's just like little tunnels through to certain areas and stuff. Oh, I've seen some bad ones, I'll tell you. Some real bad ones. Used toilet paper. Yeah, well, the new stuff's pretty short-sighted. They had another lockdown over in South Australia, Western Australia. They had one case of the so they locked the whole state down for 5 days, or the whole city down for 5 days, and they had another big, massive run on toilet paper. Like you're only going to use so much toilet paper in 5 days. Like it's just people just go stupid. Picked up 10 ASEs, six were toned. Nice. So how's the premium going on things over in America at the moment? Oh, it will. It's definitely going to go up in value. They're talking about these new batteries that use silver in them and all these sort of things. And you got to remember, without silver, they can't do all this new like solar panels and all that sort of stuff. So they've got to try and keep the price of silver down so that they can keep the industry going. Otherwise, it all just collapses. One path in, one out. Wait for the other person to come into the room before you get past. Yeah, I've seen that sort of thing before. I remember one of my mates. He was real messy. He'd never clean up his bedroom, and his dad nailed a $50 note to his door. And he said, "You clean up your room, you can have the $50 note." And that $50 note stayed on his door for, I think it was like a year before he ended up cleaning up his room. Yeah, too many people are buying into hype. Yeah. But in a way, hype is a good thing because it lets people know about the silver situation. Even if it doesn't happen straight away, we've still increased the silver stacking population of the world. There's a lot more people out there now that know about it, and a lot more people out there that are going to buy a few rounds of silver and a few bars here and there. So sooner or later, that's going to impact on their supply. It has to. And we all know supply and demand is the big thing. When there's no supply and there's big demand, it should really go up. Littleton for 19 each. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, it's hard to get stuff here in Australia. You got to go to the big bullion dealers, and they always charge a hefty premium. You don't get like you hear about LCSs in America where they'll have a bargain tin or whatever, like a bargain bin for silver rounds or old silver bars. You don't get that sort of thing in Australia. You pay top price for nearly everything here. It's crazy. That's why I go more for the jewelry, because I get it at so much under spot. Whereas buying it from the bullion dealers, I end up paying spot plus a hefty premium. So get my mates to stack for the last 2 years. All thought I'm crazy. Now 3 have contacted me asking where and what to buy. Yeah, see, it'll help in the long run, because silver can't be worth 28, $30 an ounce. It just can't. It's only mined at 8-1 to the gold. It should be a lot higher, in my opinion, and I'm no financial advisor, but I think it should be up around 200 an ounce. Hey, Dirt Diggers, how you going, mate? Yeah, been battling along, but I'm trying to make a comeback. So I think without all the manipulation of all the driving the price down, I think it should really be up around $200 an ounce. But if it's up around $200 an ounce, then none of this green energy shit works. So it kills them on that. So they have to make sure it stays down low. Otherwise, their global warming stuff will all go by the wayside, and we all know how much money they're making on that. Especially in Australia here, we had our Prime Minister, I won't say his name so I don't get sued, but because we don't have freedom of speech in Australia, but his son, when he was in office, started a wind farm, and the government would give them subsidies for the wind farm to make it, because without the subsidies, the wind farm doesn't make any money and it costs too much to build and there's no profit in it. So they give them subsidies, and the way they get the subsidies is they double our power bill and in a tax, and then give all that money to the companies that run the wind turbines, and they just happen to be the Prime Minister's son and their friends and all this sort of stuff. So a lot of rorting going on and all that sort of stuff. So they're not going to want to give it up without a fight, which is quite common with politicians all around the world. They're all a bit crooked, I think. What's worse, a politician, a real estate agent, or a lawyer? Not much difference. They all tell lots of lies and cheat and steal. Oh no, I hope I don't get sued for saying stuff like this. Yeah, in Australia, if you say someone's name and say something about them, like say what they did wrong or something like that, they can sue you for defamation. Politician, without a doubt, yeah, because they make the rules that the others steal by. That's my opinion. It's yeah, I don't like corrupt politicians myself. They're all corrupt. They're all crooked all around the world. Love to get 1,000 ounces. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just think, say you had 200 ounces and it went to $1,000 an ounce. That'd pay off a lot of people's mortgages. That's one of the things I think about a lot, is like, if silver did make a sudden jump out and bang, a lot of silver stackers would get their just rewards. Even if it didn't last long, bang, pay off your mortgage, start stacking again when the price drops down. That'd be beautiful, but I don't see that happening. I see them cheating, claiming we're free. Yeah, that's right. See, you write the laws, you can steal a lot easier, can't you? $1,000 ounce, I would buy land for sure. Yeah, well, that's it, Aussie, like it'd change everyone's lives. Instead of I had a really good laugh watching them hedge fund billionaires crying on TV. Oh, we lost all this money. Oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. But it's fair for them to steal all our money and ruin all our lives and destroy all of us. That's fair. But when the little guy fights back, well, that's terrible. Oh, no, can't have that. They line their pockets with our money. Yeah, they certainly do. Yeah, which is, and they just print it and print it and print money these days. It's just crazy. And you put, say you had money in the bank, say your interest is only like 0.5% in interest, and then your inflation's 2%. So it doesn't add up. So you can't save money anymore. So saving cash itself is not a real smart way to go because your inflation's just going to eat it away. You can't have it in the bank. Interest isn't going to be any good. Personally, I think gold's right up there. It could go up more, but you're not going to get a lot of upside, and you need a lot of money invested in gold to get, say, it goes up another $500. Well, you need thousands of dollars to get that $500. Whereas with silver, it's very cheap, and if it does go up, then beautiful. If it doesn't, we've still got our silver that we all love and want to keep anyway. So no harm in it really. But I would like to see the billionaires lose. I'd love to see that. That'd put a real smile on my face, I have to say. They're not my favourite people in the world. Like the worst thing governments do is they help corporations destroy the little people. The corporations get massive tax deductions and they don't pay any tax and they get all these benefits and everything, and the little guy just gets smashed. And the governments push these corporations on us like, oh, these corporations are the best thing since sliced bread because they give us money every year in political donations. Meanwhile, they're destroying everything and everyone. That's my opinion anyway, but that's why I think hopefully one day we'll all get a little boost from our silver one day. Crooked the markets are. Average Joe stopped buying GameStop, but hedge funds were not restricted. Caught giving Joe's info to hedge funds. Yeah, I'd say that'd be the way that they did it. It's all crooked. It's all greed. There's so much greed going around. They're not gonna play fair. That's my opinion. So my opinion is silver's my little hedge against their greed and their cheating, because sooner or later their greed and their cheating, they're going to get caught with their pants down, and then we'll get a bonus. But hopefully they don't destroy everything before we get our little bonus. Like it's no good that silver goes up to $1,000 an ounce and money's worthless. You sell your silver for worthless money, then that doesn't work either. So it's hard to say, but like Ozzy said, if silver does go up, buy land and real estate and something like that, something you can live in, something you can live on. That's my opinion anyway. You don't want cash. Cash isn't a good thing. That's just my opinion. Probably because I don't have any. Victoria's birthday, was it? Well, happy birthday, Victoria, if I missed it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Victoria Roman Carter. Happy birthday to you. $1,000 silver equals $50 for 2 litres of milk. Yeah, that's the problem, yeah, so if money's worthless, then your silver's still better off being in your pocket. That's my opinion, but you're welcome, Victoria. I'm just sorry I'm not a better singer. I'm a better gorilla than I am a singer, I suppose. It was funny, at garage sale a couple of weeks back, there were some people there and they asked me, how old are you? And I said, how old do you think I am? And the lady said, "Oh, I think you're 50." And I said, "I'm only 41." And she said, "Oh, you're looking pretty old." And I said, "Oh, thank you." What else do you say to that? But then the other day, someone said to me that I look like I'm about 30. So I said, "I'll take the 30 over the 50 any day." Yeah, you're just lucky I didn't sing the normal birthday song we sing around here. You know you were born in a zoo and you look like a monkey too one. Happy birthday. That's a big thing in our family. We always stir each other up with that one. They love that. But, in my case, it probably was true. I probably was born in a zoo and they picked me up. You're almost 50, Mr. Doughboy? Yeah. Yeah, I'm 41. I feel like I'm almost probably about 70. Your brother yeah, well, the kids love singing it, they absolutely love it. You got to have a bit of fun in life, If you're not all kids, I'm 61 today. Oh, nice. So you're going to have grandkids and that. That's something scary for me. My kids are getting older. Like the oldest one, she'll be going to high school next year or the year next year. Yeah, I think next year. 9 grandkids, awesome. The grandkids are the best, I found out, because you can give them back. You spoil them rotten and then you give them back. And that's what my dad does to us all the time. He takes the kids out, spoils them absolutely rotten, and then brings them home and drops them off and goes home. Keep dumping millions of ounces of paper SLV into the market to smash the price, crooked banks. Yeah, they won't let the little guy win, and they won't play fair, they'll just invent new rules and new things that they can cheat but sooner or later they'll get caught with their pants down. Everyone does. Everything always, every action you do has an equal and opposite reaction. So driving the price down's eventually going to cause a big problem later on, because it's too cheap and everyone can jump in and buy up a whole heap of physical silver and then there's nothing left. So eventually they're going to get caught with their pants down and they'll do it to themselves. Yeah, buying opportunity. That's right. For me, anything under $50 is cheap silver, I think, personally. What's the safest currency to get now if I can't get gold or silver? Oh, it's hard to say. The Australian dollar's got a lot of upside to it at the moment compared to the US. Like we're not printing as much money as you guys, so I think our dollar's going to go up a fair bit. I remember years and years ago, the Australian dollar went over. It was equal to the American dollar, and then went a bit stronger. So you got more back for your dollar. That was incredible. Because I remember when I was younger and travelled to America, it was 60 cents. If you had one Australian dollar, you got 60 US cents at that time. Yeah, Aussie dollar and Canadian dollar doing okay, yeah. Because we're not printing nearly as much money as you guys are, and we've got a fair, um, our iron ore is keeping us afloat. Like we're bringing in a lot more money than we're sending out. So our budget balance is really pretty good. Yeah, conversion rates are crazy. Yeah, so you can make a fair bit of money on the currency market too. If you buy at the Aussie dollar when it's cheap and it goes up towards the US dollar, you can make good money on that too. The there's there's a lot of upside in Australia. We've just got to get our politicians to. The government doesn't do anything in Australia anymore. All they do now is take money. So if something's going to happen, it has to be foreign investment or an investment by a private individual or company will have to do it. The government in Australia doesn't do anything anymore. They just take your money and steal it and spend it. And so, yeah, a lot of investment in Australia in the mines and all that sort of stuff. Keep on stacking. That's it. That's the big thing. That should be the number one rule on the 10-step program. Keep stacking. Because eventually, I remember years ago, silver was down around $2 or $3 an ounce. Years and years ago, it was really cheap. But then you had the inflation rate and all that sort of stuff. So I still think silver's cheap, and it will have a big upside. Eventually it will go up. But my advice is don't hold your breath and don't invest in it what you can't afford. Like don't ever borrow money to invest in something like that. Housing bubble at 50k grant was just slapped onto house prices, didn't help. No, well, it's going to help me, Aussie. If I sell my house, I'll be able to pay off my mortgage. That'd be nice. I'm getting closer. I've been waiting for the electrician to come in and do the electrical work, but because it's a little country town, you can't get tradies up there. And the electrician is an old bloke, so it takes him forever to come to the job, let alone do it. Yeah, I don't either, midnight. You don't believe anything the media tell you. That's one thing I'll tell you is for sure. Don't trust them. Yeah, but Australia does have a huge housing bubble. All of Australia's wealth is wrapped up in their houses. Most people, other than their house and their car, they have nothing. They have absolutely nothing. They have no money. They have nothing. And Australia is not like America, where when the housing market crashed and your house was worth 50,000 and you owed 100,000, you could walk away from that. You can't do that here in Australia. If you say you owe the banks $1 million, which is what a lot of houses here sell for now, and suddenly the housing price crashes and your house is only worth $500,000, well, you still owe that bank $1 million and you can't walk away from it. You can't get out of it. You can't go to jail to get out of it. You owe them that money for life. So if there's a housing crash in Australia, it would be monumental. It would be epic. It's a little scary one for you, because a lot of people in America, they could just walk away when they were upside down in their debts, but you can't do that here. Our laws are a lot different. But yeah, I agree totally with Aussie that the housing bubble is huge. It'd be nice to know how to actually do SLVs and shorts and all that sort of stuff. Like you hear about it all the time, but I don't actually know how to do it. So it'd be nice to know how to do a short on something like that. Like, I don't expect it would be too hard. I remember I tried to get on Robinhood ages ago. It was Lucky Coin Hunter told me about him. He was into Robinhood. Lucky's coming back too. I think he did a video the other day. Be good to see Lucky come back. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens with it. All right, everybody. I think I might have to go and crash out. I've got to get up in the morning and do some things around the house. So I've got the kids coming down in the arvo. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a big weekend. They wear me out pretty quick. Like it's wonderful to see them and everything, but geez, they wear me down pretty quick. I'm not young anymore. You see them running around and you think, oh, you're welcome, Sacred. You're welcome, mate. It's just my opinion too, like it's just different things. Getting ready for your workout. Yeah, I've been doing a bit of walking lately for my workout. Demo account. It is hectic for me. Got to check it out every couple of hours. Log and next you know you're in the red. Yeah, it'd be pretty hectic. Hey, I wonder whether we could. Hey, Alistair Blakey, I wonder if we could turn our channels into like companies and sell shares in our channels. That'd be interesting. Midnight Silver Run. Hey, Alistair. Yeah, I better get going soon anyway. Lag, yeah. Yeah, my internet's not real good here. I might be getting broadband soon, so that'll be a nice thing. But I don't get any phone reception in the house at all anymore, which is crazy. You know, like if I want to make a mobile phone call, I've got to go outside now. I don't know what they've done. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. And love yous all. Be good. Don't listen to the media. That's my advice for you anyway. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody. How do I turn this off? Here we go.